Hello there and welcome to the core workout in the Daily Fuel free workout series. Today is a 10-minute workout purely for your core and focusing on lower back as well, so the whole center of the body. All of our exercises are going to be on the floor, so you need a yoga mat for this. 40 seconds of work with a 15-second transition between exercises. Now we've got 5 exercises on our back and then I'm going to have a little break, get you to turn over onto your belly and we'll do a few exercises there to finish off. Let's get started, shall we? So come on down to the floor. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. We're going to open and outstretch our arms to the side. Draw the belly in so your lower back can actually connect to the floor. We want to eliminate any gap in the lower back here, so we want to try and really push it down. Let's bring both knees up here together, knees together, heels together. Knee rotations. We're going to very gently, slowly take our knees over to one side without touching the floor, then bring them back in. Now focus on your breathing in through your nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Breathing in the center, recenter your abs. Take your time with this one. This one is a really nice one just to loosen up your lower back, but we need to go nice and slow and controlled. If you can go a little bit further down, please do listen to your body. I'd like you to keep your shoulder blades connected to the floor. This is really important here in this exercise, just to keep the spine rotating but shoulder blades down. Relax. Next one is Flutter Kicks. We're just going to keep our arms open again, extend the legs high and see if you can keep them nice and straight and point the toes. If you need to bend the knees, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're just going to lower the legs a little and go up and down movements. Try to keep your lower back very gently secured to the floor. Open up your chest and your arms out to the side. Now, this is what it looks like if it is bent knees. Same thing again, the further away your knees are from your chest, the harder your abs are going to have to work. If you want that security, bring them a little bit closer. But you need to have just a little bit of tension there for this to really focus and get into your core. So open and outstretch the arms, extend them nice and long, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Relax the legs back down to the floor. 15-second break. We're going to go into frog crunches next. For frog crunches, what we're going to do is bring our heels together and turn our toes out. So you're creating a V shape with your feet. Open the knees, tuck your knees in towards your chest, and then as you exhale out through the mouth, we're going to kick those legs away. Tuck the knees back in, and then very gently push them out. Now, if you can't get your legs all the way to a straight position, go to a bent knee and then return. What the most important part of this exercise is to make sure that your lower back stays connected to the floor. If we start to lift our back, we're starting to put too much pressure there. So if you can control and guide your legs to the right height and length, also while maintaining that spine on the floor, we're doing a great job. Relax. Okay, next one. We're going to bring our legs out a little bit further and keep our heels connected to the floor. I want you to imagine there's a rope hanging from the ceiling or from the sky, depending on where you are, hanging just above your chest. You're going to reach up and grab the rope and keep working your way up as high as you can. Then very gently guide yourself back down. If you can't get all the way to upright, just climb the rope here and then climb back down. Climbing up, small movements, and then coming back down. Of course, if you want to come all the way to the top, dig those heels into the floor. Really focus on going up high, coming down with some good control on the way down. Last one, coming up, breathing out, breathing in, coming down. Oop, before we get too low, let's sit back up again for our next exercise. Now, move your backside out of the way, bend your knees, lift and elevate the chest. Really important that we've got a little squeeze between the shoulder blades. we're going to lean back just a fraction and we're going to move our arms from one side over to the other. I would like you to keep your focus forward. So rather than you turning your head, keep your focus forward, move one shoulder forward and one shoulder back. Then the twist comes from your trunk. It doesn't just come from your head. That will also give you head spins, and we don't want that. Opening up the chest, remember that lower back gets pushed forward, shoulder blades get pinned back. Here's an option to make it a little bit harder to lift up these legs or keep them on the floor and focus on your posture and your twist. And relax. Good job. Let's wrap the hands under the knees. Let's have a quick little stretch while we're here. That's the last of our exercises in this position. We're now going to turn over and lay on our front. So take your time as you come around. Come on down nice and low. Okay, what we're going to do for this one is just going to bring one hand on top of the other and bring your forehead to your hands. Don't just watch the first one before you get in that position. We're going to keep our feet connected to the floor and we're going to keep a squeeze here in the backside. This is very, very important so we don't compress our spine. We want to use the muscles in the back of the glutes, legs, and your lower back for this exercise. What we're going to do is going to keep our forehead facing down. We're going to lift up, then add a little squeeze between the shoulder blades, release, and then come back down. So when you're ready, tighten through your belly. We're doing a little hyperextension with a back squeeze. Looking towards the floor. Now breathing in, tightening up. As you exhale, lift, add a squeeze, and release. So we're here on our 40-second set. Pull back and squeeze. Continue to look down at the floor. Squeeze your bottom, please, and keep your toes in contact with the ground. This is so we don't compress our spine. We want to have a nice gentle lift, and because it is lower back, I'd like you to go really smooth and really controlled, so it's not too fast, not too sudden. Lift, squeeze, and then release. And continue to look at the floor. That way your spine stays in that nice straight line. Relax. Next exercise is a plank. We're going to come up onto either our knees and our toes. Sorry, beg your pardon. Your elbows and your knees, or elbows and toes. Now, put all the weight back over the heels and go for a nice long stretch in the body. You have to tuck your hips under and gently drop them to the floor. If that gets too much, come back down onto the knees. But we're still trying to maintain that really nice straight line in our body. So if it gets too much on the toes, weight goes back over the heels. You can always drop to the knees and keep those hips tucked under. Just be mindful we're not doing this. We don't want to tip those hips up too high. I'd like you to turn them under and drop them. And relax. Next exercise is a bird dog. We are going to bring our knees under our hips, so widen them up. Bring your hands directly under your shoulders and then draw that belly in so we've got a nice straight spine coming nice and long. From here, we're extending and reaching and then coming back in and switching over sides. Let's keep those hips steady in the middle. We're looking for a nice long length through the arm and the leg. So don't worry too much about height. Height will actually change the shape of your spine. So we want to try and keep the middle of our body quite centered and quite still. And you want to extend one arm and the opposite leg quite long and far away. Exhale as you stretch out. Inhale as you come back in. Notice how I've curled up my toes here at the back. That way I can get better balance. Now let's go into a stretch. Open up these knees nice and wide. Relax your big toes on the floor and then stretch your arms forward. Drop your forehead down through the middle. This is your child's pose. This is a stretch that's going to lengthen out through your spine. Now, very gently coming in, let's set those knees back into center. Hands behind the hips, just gently push your hips forward. Drop your head back and open up. Excuse me. Very gently coming up all the way to standing. Let's push our weight up. Let's have a little side lean. This is to get right up the side of the body here, into those obliques that we worked earlier. Breathing in, release. Try the other side, up and over the top. Excellent, and release. Thank you very much for joining me for the core workout. If you want more, the Daily Fuel workout series is where you'll find a variety of workouts and different styles. So hope to see you in there. Bye.